Hey up guys, VXWK here. So I forgot to record the start again, so I'm using stream footage, so I'm recording a completely different way to usual, so I might sound a bit different and all that good stuff, but the person who's in pole has disconnected, that should be Berto in first, but he's disconnected, so I should be starting in 6th, but really I'm 5th because of that. So I'm starting ahead of my main rivals, 40 and Churro. So you see I get a good start, but that lamppost gets dropped to hit the back of Drew, but so I did get a really good launch. There you see I start recording, but I've decided to do it this way so you actually get to see the start. So I had a good launch, but there was just nowhere for me to go, so that was a bit, it can happen, it's a long race, it doesn't really matter. So I come around these corners, I think that's Cat and Hon just holding his inside there. Side by side, all down here, I hit Drew in the back again. Churro on me inside now, but yeah, so it's all pretty tight. And then I have an incident with Alucard again. You hear my live reaction, I was just frustrated. I wasn't really... Oh, Alucard. That was my live reaction. I thought there that he was leaving me the inside, but he wasn't. So it's no one's fault, that's just a racing incident. I thought he was leaving the inside to me, but he wasn't. So this is later on. I just want to, if you look at the top right here, you can see all the cars coming down the main straight, which I thought was just a little cool thing. And then I'll come around this corner. I was in dead last after that, so Churro's made a mistake, so I'm not in last anymore. If you're wondering about the position markers, it's because we've got two cameramen and like a cameraman and a race starter, so last position is really 26th place. I come around this corner and at the end of the first lap and get a big slide on, so Churro is going to get up my inside, but if this was a normal game then he would have probably got the move done, but you know, there's curb boost on this, so I managed to hold it. I think it's lap 2 now, so Churro's just not far behind me, but Drew spins out. So that's put me up another place. He's coming around to Alucard. Now, I don't want to do the mistake that I did last race, and that's just push too hard, so you can see I'm just like, keeping a bit of a distance between us. Got a bit of a speed here, so I look down the inside, but no, as you can see it's starting to turn into daytime now, which is good because it's much easier to race in the day. Now, I could have followed him right round here, but I'll drop all the way back and just make sure I get a good entrance, which I do, so instead of trying to follow him round, like right on his tail, I just hold it back a bit. This is the next lap now. Well, I think now this is a few laps later, and as you can see we're already getting lapped. We're only about 15 minutes into the race, obviously because we have to do the formation lap, so the time at the bottom right is not really accurate. As you can see, just coming around here, 40 has made a mistake or been in an incident with someone, so it's good for me. Macy here is kind of aggressive and tries to go around the outside of 2 cars on quite a narrow section, so it's a bit argy-bargy. I just get sandwiched in between 2 cars here, so not really sure if that's... I leave 4 to the inside because I think like we might as well go side by side into the next corner, because I was kind of feeling guilty about that one because it was kind of like I'd smashed right into the side of him, but it wasn't really my fault with the car on the inside. But you got Doodle coming through as well out of nowhere. Yeah, that was onto lap 6, but next lap now, Ryan's come past, but because he told me he wanted to get it done on that corner, and that's a pretty bumpy corner, so that allows 40 past. Like, really, you should have just, not said anything and then took me on the straight. And he does that later on as well, and I have a massive choke. I don't show that though because it's not really relevant to the race. It didn't cost me any positions or anything. So yeah, now I'm behind 40, but what you're going to see coming around this corner, I'm not sure if he's aware of how close I am, and he leaves the door wide open, so I just go for the inside there and get a dive bomb done. So yeah, it's always good when you get a dive bomb pulled off. This is oh yeah, that was a bit of a aggressive overtake on Rail Mister on Jonty, so let's closing the gap right down now, and as you'll see, Catanon's just crashed to the side and Jonty just hits him, so that's 2 places up 2 places for me. And then because I took a dodgy line into that, 40 hit me in the back because there was nowhere for him to go. And this is a move that 40 did on me, just like this. What I did, just dives down the inside. A really good move at the time. I was just said, oh, you know, that's a great move by 40. This is like 20 minutes later in the race now because nothing much was going on. But I had a few little hits here and there, so I decided to pit because after 40 got past me, he went off. But you've got I had Jonty about 10 seconds behind me, so I've come out of the pits about half a second in front of him. Got Doodle here. He kind of went for a lunge to the inside, and then there's that kind of glitch where the cars get together, and that allows Jonty past me. So I think I've got a run on him here, but he's on the curbs on the left, which gets him in front. And then because I just think I'll try it. I was trying to think. I thought you could get 2 round there, but a bad move by me. So I'll wait and let Jonty back past me. Because I was annoyed that, you know, Doodle had lunged from that far back as well, so. Oh yeah, this is a little incident I had with Bruffy. I was just trying to take a wide exit to past. He like, I just give him a little honk to say, you know, just go. There's no, and he kind of, I'm glad he kind of got that, but then, yeah, that happened, so. I mean, it's in the rules that you should wait for someone, but I don't know, it's just, I'd much rather him just go than, you know, go behind me and then try and get past me again. So, you might be thinking, oh, Alucard's doing well up here, but he's had a few incidents and we're actually coming around to lap him, like lap someone in our own GT. Not really any fault of his own. It's, if you watch his highlights, you'll see him hit a lamp, like there's a lamppost that spawns and sends him right up. But yeah, Alucard holding up Jonty there kind of nearly allowed me to get back past him, so. But Alucard there, he doesn't have to, but he just lets us both go through. So this is, I had no idea this is what happened, but I watched Jonty's highlights video and he said that he thought I was a GT2 because there's a GT2 car right behind us. I think it's Bruffy. So he thought I was GT2 and tried to let me go around the outside, then realised that I was actually GT3 and racing him, and you know. So yeah, oh, GG, it was just like that to the end, so that's the end of the race. It's quite a short highlights video, which I guess is good. It means that not much happened and it was quite an eventful race, which is really what you want to happen. The less incidents the better, really. So 2nd place I finished in overall. I managed to hold off Jonty after that, and 40 was just miles up the road. Oh, so that's 2nd for me. I'll take it. That was my reaction at the time. It was a bit really controversial race, but I enjoyed it, so yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next round.